Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs?
I'm talking about the playoffs.
Yes, we're talking about the playoffs once again. It seems, Killinger, like we just got through with playoffs, but here they are again on the HQML Season 6. We are about to witness, hopefully, the playoffs tonight here on the Independent Broadcast Network as we bring you Friday Night Hockey, this being Friday, the night of all nights. And it is time once again to get this party started, as the classic Pink song once informed us that we should do. So we will heed the words of Pink and proceed. Now, I'm Winners with the One. I'm here with Dr. Killinger, and as usual, we don't know what the hell's going on, but that was quite a shot there from Doug Meister. And yeah, we got in a little late on this open skate that's going on right now, but it's been pretty crazy. There's been a lot of really good shots, good saves. If the actual playoff games are any indication of really what we've seen so far, it should be a lot of fun. However, the question always looming in the distance, and not too distant because it's about to be upon us, is attendance. And I know that Three Pronger was looking to shore up their lineup a little bit. Some of the guys were going to be not able to make it tonight as we get closer to the holiday season. There's Hess picking up a bounce from Trev Crow as 3 assists in this game that is winding down in front of us. But we are bringing you 2 scheduled best of 3s tonight. One from season 1, one from Division 1 and one from Division 2. The Three Pronger will be playing Team Fancy on the lineup for Division 1. That should be our nightcap series, assuming that they can field enough players, and I hope they do. And next, we should be having Redo the Third versus, I believe, Can't Score, Won't Score. And those are 2 teams that are looking to make a name for themselves in this first ever multi-division playoffs of HQML.
Indeed, yeah. Again, we'll see how many people here show up. Wouldn't be the first time we've had to make do with 2v3s and whatnot. Be a bit disappointing, but yeah, we'll make do.
And I'm being asked if we're doing HQML soon, and the answer, it's like, I hope so. Because, yes, we do have 2 best of 3 series scheduled for this evening. And, okay, yeah, he's saying they're going to get their team ready. So I think, yeah. I see you informing them that as soon as the teams are ready, we will begin, because they said that the Division 2 guys wanted to play because they had to leave early or something like that. So some of them said because it was young and they're young guys and they have a curfew. And then some people said it was because they're old and they need to go to sleep early. But whatever insulting reason you can find for it, I guess it doesn't really matter. We will see the division.
There's nothing wrong with getting a good night's sleep.
No, there's not. I recommend it for everybody. It's for a healthy mind and body in balance. I believe that sleep is good. I don't always practice what I preach, unfortunately, but that's what the experts say, and I, for one, am inclined to believe them. And we're hearing that they're coming, that they're on their way. Redo the Third is here. That being Claude's team, probably minus Claude tonight. Fancy V asks, are people even ready? No, I don't think people are ready for this jelly. I do not think they are ready for this jam. But nevertheless, it has to be done. It has to be done. So the real suspense of Friday Night Hockey begins. Our usual hurry up and wait as we figure out what's going on. As they are assembling the teams now, Nobody Epic was going to get his team ready. And so, and these guys are here as well. So we'll be seeing Can't Score, Won't Score versus Redo the Third. And again, it will be best 2 out of 3. The first team to win
Yeah.
2 games
I'll
will
go ahead and
advance.
reset it as soon as we get people in here who want to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have the power. But I must say, Killinger, we make a lot of jokes about the attendance and stuff, but really this has been a pretty good season in terms of attendance as far as popularity. It's certainly the biggest as far as number of teams involved. It was such a big enough league this year that we split it up into this season. I always say this year. It seems like we've done several of them this year. But the fact remains, year or season, there are more teams right now in HQML than there have ever been. And so I think that's very commendable. And like we said, everybody's a superstar on Friday night. And who will be the emergent superstars of tonight remains to be seen. But it's been a fun season to watch, man. I have to say.
Yeah, so far it has actually been very entertaining. I'm wondering, it's the playoffs. Where's this other team? We didn't.
As are we all.
We didn't start early. We didn't really even start late. We just sort of are here, and they're not.
Yeah, and I don't know. Friday night is a tough night because yes, the old people have presumably worked or something all week, and and the young people are off doing things for fun on Friday. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding?
Yeah.
But yes, we do have HQML, and it is coming up next. I see people keep asking this. But yes, he's asking if Lucic is asking if his team is involved. No, there are actually 4 series to be played in round 1. I think the way DVD explained it was that we would be doing 1 from each division this week, followed by next week. And so as to not keep us here all night, Killinger, which we appreciate, but also to kind of split things up a little bit. So, we're not having 4 best-of-3 series to bring you tonight. Or even more interminable, the process of trying to assemble 4 different best-of-3 series in a single night, which could go for hours and hours.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. Yeah, 4 best-of-3 games. You're talking a minimum of 8 games.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Few people joined the server here. What? I guess this is open skate until further notice.
Yes, it certainly is. And right now the red team is in the lead. Oh, and still as an errant pass or shot or something was headed towards the net there and doesn't quite make its way in. So what a nice deflection there by Dr. Goose.
Like they planned that or something.
Yes, that was beautiful. That definitely is a playoff style goal. So we're seeing high level play here. And that's one of the best things about having kept this thing going for so many seasons is that the level of play has increased dramatically. And there's been a lot of talk. We'll just go ahead and talk about some shit that's going on in the hockey question mark. This is a free game, by the way. It's made by Cryptic C. You can get it at hockeyquestionmark.com, and I really encourage you to do so. It is fun. The community is fun. There are leagues at every level. And, Dr. Goose pushes in a second. And with the assist from Lucic, that will make it 4-1 as we are under a minute here in the first period. But yes, a very fun game. The skill level has increased, but yes, they are trying to make it to where whatever your level of play, you can find like-minded people that Lucic adds another to that. Quit scoring, guys, so I can talk about stuff. It's a very fun and interesting community. There's been a lot of talk lately about making the game 5v5 again, which I think is a very curious and interesting discussion, Killinger. Now, we've kind of settled on 4v4, as the standard worldwide. I mean, the international teams, the Russians and the Eastern Europeans and all the world game is generally played at 4v4. But there is talk in North America of going to a 5v5 format, partially to stop. Well, one of the main reasons was they were just saying Matt was too good. I don't know if you want to just add another person arbitrarily because one player is good. But there are other reasons brought up, such as having that extra defenseman there to kind of keep these long shots that are fashionable from being as much of a factor. And yeah, also just kind of shoring up the defense a little bit. So, I mean, I can see that. My only thing about that, though, Killinger, is that we want to stay kind of on a even playing field with the international game. And 5v5 plays so much differently than 4v4. We've seen it here.
Yeah, it really it does. It changes everything. I mean, you wouldn't think it would, but it really does. It changes the casting even. I mean, that extra fifth person, it really does actually open up a lot of flexibility on as far as just the general tactics available on the ice.
It does. And one of the things that I will say in the favor of 5v5 is that what we were talking about, the skill level having increased. When we did it before, it seemed like it was just too cluttered out there with the 5v5. There was just too many people going. But now that everybody kind of has a better understanding of the role, look at that. Oh, man, Dr. Goose. What a big one there. As it looked like, who was that in the net? I believe that was, who was that? But anyway, he got the initial stop. But Dr. Goose put the hammer down on it. And here's another one from long distance. K-Bomb back there in the net now. I think he was the making the attempted save there. And he got a piece of it. But just a lot of pressure coming in on that shot. But yeah, now that people kind of understand and have a better rink awareness, I think, because this game is, as much as you may know about hockey or anything like that. Lucic, 7-2 now. It is, when you get on the ice in this game, I mean, this is not an easy game. This is a game with a skill curve. And so it's really hard to kind of get your bearings on where you're at compared to where everybody else is. Oh, and Hess making it look easy, because that one kind of was. 7-3 now. But with the current level of play where it is, then yeah, I can see 5v5 working on a meta game level, if you will, I suppose.
Yeah, I could see them making it work. It just, especially at the beginning, yeah, there's just no way. It's way too unorganized.
Yeah, and hey, Killinger, I think the teams are ready. Wow, they're asking for a reset. And we are about to get underway. So, all pleasantries aside, it's for real now. As Can't Score, Won't Score will take on Redo the Third in a best-of-3 series. This is to kick things off in the HQML Season 6 playoffs. And we are almost underway. It looks like Redo the Third will be in red, and Can't Score, Won't Score will take the blue side.
Indeed. Currently 3v4.
Close enough.
Yeah, definitely close enough, but should be one more. Maybe. Anyway, here in blue, for Can't Score, Won't Score, we have Trev Crow, Nobody Epic, Monty No Scory, and Not Hades. And in red for Redo the Third, we have K-Bomb, Duckmeister, and Hess.
Yeah, some good players out there, and they had their power rankings this week, which were voted on by the community. I just never know about these power rankings, but
Yeah.
personal feelings come into play. Here's a shot and score, though. Oh man, not Hades. All personal feelings aside, that was quite a goal there. As he goes one way, slips it in the other way, and a very nice shot and goal to kick things off. Can't score, won't score. Takes the lead early on here in this first game of the best of three. And loose again. Another chance here. What a save. That is knocked away. And they're going to try to get it back here. But redo the third. We'll take it at center ice and start moving it. Shot wide into the opposite corner. Taken by Monty here. He's going to get it to the point. Nice move to get it around. Can he get back to it? No, it is taken away before he can regain the puck. And now Hess, we'll see what he does with it here at center ice now. He's going to pull it back, wait on his team, which is basically he and Duckmeister being the sole offensive attack for their team, as well as the defensive attack. Here's a shot from distance. It's one of those long shots we were talking about, and it just goes wide. Will be picked up, though. Here's another one, flipped at the net, off the side, taken around. They're just going to try to dig this loose. And he tries to belt one into the boards, and it gets to the opposite side. Stolen. That's going to bounce out dangerously in front. Swing and a miss. And that will give Redo the third a chance to get this out. Duckmeister now, he's going to get to this first. Sends it across. Beautiful pass to Hess. Shot just wide. Oh, man, a lot of good scoring opportunities here, but nothing falling. And now that will give Can't Score, Won't Score a chance to move it in the opposite direction across the blue line. Chance now. Shot over the net.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Two good missed opportunities back to back.
Yes. Good stuff so far from both of these teams. Division Two has been a surprisingly strong division, and you're seeing a little bit of that in play right now. Not Hades takes it again, works around one, gets to the point, sends it across, and the pass is going to be taken at the boards here. We'll see who comes away with it. Redo the third. We'll get to it, clear it out. And he's looking for Hess there. He will at least get it into the enemy zone. Shoots and scores! A crazy angle. Oh, my goodness.
It was, very oblique angle there.
Yes. I did not think that was going to go in. That was quite a shot.
Get the puck up on its side for that one to work. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff from Hess. He's become quite a player in his career. Hockey question mark. All these guys have. Here's a shot and a save. As K-Bomb does get the stop on that one, and they will try to swat this back into the zone. Now they'll just gather it up and try to move it in the old-fashioned way. Shot on net. K-Bomb with the save. It will be gotten to by Nobody Epic here. He's going to take a shot at it. Over the net once again as it just goes a little past the crossbar. And we're under a minute left in the first period. Oh, this one goes, again, just over it's on top of the net. It's up there by the water bottle. Finally knocked down. Here they go. The other way. Shot from distance. Save. Trev Crow. Rebound picked up. 40 seconds now. And he only leaves the net open, and Hess sees the opening and shoots from the neutral zone and gets his second goal of the game to go ahead. 2-1, 30 seconds left in the first. Wow, we've seen some very action-packed things going on in this first period of this game one of the best of three between Can't Score, Won't Score and Redo the third. Wow, man, wow.
It's pretty unbelievable opportunities here they've had, and that both that they've made and missed. Definitely.
Yeah, this is a pretty close game, and remember that Redo the third is down a man. So
that's a very, very good point. And they're in the lead.
yes, they're playing very well here.
Yeah, they just need Mr. Claude Giroux here to show up, and they'd be all set.
Yep. Well, I will say maybe Claude is waiting for the sports movie cliche entrance. You know, the locker room's down. You know, in the second intermission, and then he's like, "Hey, I heard we got a game to win." And everybody just yeah, slow clap. You know, and then Claude comes out and leads them to victory.
Yes, in montage fashion.
Yeah, absolutely.
The very last play when it's tied up and Claude passes it to the scruffy newcomer who scores the goal and saves the day.
Yeah, in slow motion.
Yeah, exactly.
With the facial reactions of his mama and everybody in the crowd. His estranged father who said, "No, I don't, fuck you and your hockey, I don't care." But then he shows up at the game just as he comes in and scores.
Shit just writes itself.
It really does. And the puck is gone.
Wow.
Hello, goodbye. And hello once again, right there at the faceoff circle. Taken by Hess. He's going to go for the wraparound here. Bodies in front. Big save. Trev Crow. And so now here is can't score, won't score. They will try to gain that point back. They're down by 1 here after we've written an entire movie plot during the second period.
At least the third act, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's really all you need.
The rest of it will also write itself.
Yes. The season 6 has been spent introducing the characters and their histories and backgrounds. And then there's the inevitable conflict that is resolved in the third act. And that conflict pretty much was the regular season of season 6. And now we're in. And here it could be. The shot and score. Nobody epic. Gets a big one there. An important goal. Trev Crow will get credit for the assist. And they are tied now about halfway through this first game. And as we've seen, especially in these best of threes, that first game is very important. You have to set the tone. I mean, it's not like, oh, man, they're kind of being dangerous with the puck. Is redo the third here, I think. But K-Bomb, is a very reliable keeper. He is able to handle it, and they are on the way. Here again, it goes, shove it past him, Dougmeister. He caught him out of position there, and they lulled him in. A very nice play there. Just like it was drawn up on the board, yes. Yeah, 3-2 is your score. So right after a dramatic goal by can't score, won't score, redo the third comes back to take the lead. So we go into the 2-minute mark here. We'll be taking at center ice. Somebody's got to come away with this. They do. The shot coming in. Trev Crow is there. K-Bomb is going to be able to keep that behind the net and out of danger. Here's nobody epic. He will take it all the way back to his own zone to reset their offense. And so now, but held in. Hess manages to block the pass. He will pick this up, and it is taken away from him there by Hades in the corner. And nobody epic dislodges it. It's a race, and he's going to get to it. K-Bomb coming out big, and that was gutsy, but it paid off. But it does leave the net wide open if they can get a shot off here in time. Ow! Again, just flying over the net. We've seen several of these that just sort of float up and away here in this game. Under a minute now, second period. Can't score, won't score. Trying to, again, even things up. Now in the corner, will bounce one, waiting on his teammates to catch up, which they do. And puck in contention will be switched up here as Hess will take it, pass it down. He's looking for Duckmeister down there. He will get it to him in traffic. And now they're going to have to go back for it, both players. And he does knock that away as Nobody Epic will get to it again. Their net is empty now, 10 seconds. They may make a concerted attack on the other end, and they do. The shot wide, and no time to do another one before the third period. 3-2 as we head into this last period of the first game, and certainly an exciting one so far.
Indeed, yeah. As the team that is down a player is up a point.
And hello, HQMN, the Hockey Question Mark Network.
Ah, yes.
Our brethren in casting. As we start this third period, wasting no time getting into it. Already some shots coming in off the draw. And an open net looking very inviting on the other side. They're not able to convert, though, and so this will go down into the corner. K-Bomb will take that out, and finally they're just going to dump it down. And it will be up to Not Hades to get this. Monty's there as well. We'll see where he goes with it. Monty no scory he is tonight. A little easier to pronounce. Thank you, Monty. So, and he's on the move with it. But that is broken up at the point. Oh. Not Hades gathering it back up. He's got his team down there. This is a good opportunity for him. He's got him parked in front here. The shot off the post. Off the post. And it finally was sent out as it just kind of lingered there very dangerously for a few seconds. It seemed like an eternity. But Nobody Epic will take it, and they will begin once again. As you see, Can't Score, Won't Score pretty good at setting up here. They've got people in, just playing the right positions. They're right there alongside the boards waiting for the passes. But Redo the third doing a good job with one less player just in roaming mode, just like your cell phone. They're able to kind of break up a lot of this stuff that they're trying to do. And now here's a shot on an empty net, well wide, but you got to take a shot at it. You see something like that. As Not Hades will get into the net, then come back out. They're playing. They're starting to pull their goalie. They understand that this is a very important game, this game one, and so they are being very, very forward in their play. As we see, Not Hades nominally the goaltender right now, but he's coming out big as much as he can. Here's a beautiful drop pass in front, and shot just wide.
Yeah,
will they be able to hang on to it?
That's the reason right there they're a point behind. It's nothing to do with whether or not they pull the goalie. It's just that they have not been able to execute on all the opportunities they've set up for themselves.
Yeah, they certainly have had their moments, and so the rest of this series is going to be kind of dependent on those going more their way. I think, yeah, absolutely true. That is pro player commentary right there. As we near the 2-minute mark, here's a shot. Oh, and again. Oh man, he had a lot on that, but yeah, not as accurate as he would have liked for it to be, and they'll try to slow this down at center ice, but Duckmeister's going to get to it. Not Hades will make the save, and their back pass will go to Hess, who's going to just try to be very protective of this puck until he just shoots it in an open net. Oh, man. He caught Not Hades way out there in front of the face-off circles. And that could be a very important goal once again as Hess gets the hat trick. And it's just, oh, man.
Coast to coast from downtown all the way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I mean, they're having to kind of to push a little bit. Can't score, won't score. I mean, but that we see that happen so often when you're trying to make things happen, and When you do that, you leave yourself open for a counterattack. And one thing that this redo the third team is doing very well is counterattacking. They're just waiting to get those opportunities, and then, like you were saying, the opportunities that aren't working for can't score, won't score are working pretty well on the other end. But there's Trev Crow slapping one in from right in front of the crease. And so this thing ain't done yet. 43 seconds now, 4-3. Can't score, won't score. Needs one more before time runs out. They're going to go ahead and fling one from way back. And this will be picked up by Hess. Stolen. Chance. Look at him working around. Shot just wide. Oh, just forced him a little wider than he would have liked to have taken that shot from. And so now they will, hit it towards the empty net. And fortunately for CSWS, this will take an odd bounce. And so now they might have a chance to reload here. 6 seconds. They're going to have to do it quickly.
Right now.
Are they aware of the time on the clock? 2 seconds. And not enough time. Game one will go in the books as a W.
GG
for redo the third. Short-handed.
Was a good game. It was a very good game.
A very good game. When you get these teams in the playoffs, you expect a high level of play, and these guys are certainly delivering on that. And I suspect the second game will be no different, but it is a must-win. For can't score, won't score. Their season comes down to this game.
Indeed, yeah. And it looks like they're going to keep, everybody's got the same lineups. No surprises there.
No surprises there. Which, that's one of the reasons that I can say that we're talking about the whole 5v5 versus 4v4 thing. I can tell everybody that HQML will continue to be a 4v4 format.
Yes.
Partially because of the international aspects of things, but partially because, some nights some of these guys have a hard time finding 4 people to play, let alone 5. Even 3-pronger, hopefully they'll have enough to... 3-pronger definitely the top seed going into this whole thing. They were the dominant team by far last season. Dominant. They was steamrolled through the regular season. And even with some tough times in the playoffs, they did prevail. But I think there are teams that can give them a run for their money. Certainly Team Fancy being one of them, who they will face tonight. And especially if they're down a player, if they don't have star players like Matt. I know Dial's here, so certainly one of the greats. But if you're going to have to face 3-pronger in the playoffs, you'd certainly rather play them shorthanded than at full strength.
Yeah, or at least have Matt Texton Bay or something.
Yes.
Something.
Oh man, he's never going to live that down.
No more than crap. I can't remember the name, but the burrito guy.
The burrito guy. Yes, my burrito is getting cold.
In all seriousness, it's like, oh well.
Yes. These are high level professionals we're talking about here.
Exactly.
And again, redo the third with the puck. No score yet. We've gone a couple of minutes deep into this first period. And so can't score, won't score, slowing the tempo down somewhat. That may work better for them. I don't know. I think it's just kind of like you said, though, man. I mean, sometimes they fall your way and sometimes they don't. They're just going to have to hope that some of these shots are a little bit more on target and in frame here in this game, too. Their livelihoods in this season depend on it. And they are doing a good job of puck possession. They kept the puck quite a bit and are doing so again. And hello, Kenneth. Welcome to Friday Night Hockey. You're watching a very exciting series here as we are. This is the Division II guys, and this is their first of we played the first game, and Redo the third did get the win over Can't Score, Won't Score. But here he is, Can't Score, Won't Score with a chance shot save. K-Bomb digs that one out, takes it to center ice, and Redo the third will try to push it down. And again, you see that Can't Score, Won't Score is playing with an empty net, and Hess makes him pay for it once again.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah. Second verse, same as the first. He gets the assist from Duckmeister and makes it 1-0. And so, yes, Hess very alert to these situations, and he is looking for those passing lanes, looking to break up what they're doing, and knowing that when he does, he quite often is going to have an open net to shoot at. And that was as good a chance as any right there, and the shot goes wide. So nobody Epic and Monty will chase this back down, and they'll just try to protect it enough to get things going again. Here is the pass to Monty. He's going to take this across. Nice move there. Gets around one. Now across the point, he's going to just fire one towards the net and chase it down. It will be taken by Hess once again. And he's got Duckmeister in front of him. He's going to go ahead and slow this down and wait and dump it in. Duckmeister coming at it. Trev Crow with the clear. We'll clear this all the way down. And they're going to get the steal and a possible chance here. Nobody Epic looking for the wrapper. Goes for the drop pass. Save made. Knocks it down. Oh. Once again, very close.
Very, very much indeed.
So here is Hess on the move again. They did not want to see this. 26 seconds. And he's got a little help in front off the post. Gets a little help from the post as well. And Link is here. Hello, Link, from the DGL. Our good friends at DGL, of course, helping make Season 6 of HQML a reality. So it's being hosted there. And we'll be adding more things to the hockey over there as well as hashtag Wrecked. I've got to do a write-up about that for the DGL, which will probably be up sometime this weekend, depending on what else they've got going on. I know that we had talked a little bit while we're in the intermission here, 1-0 in favor of Redo the third. We were talking about hashtag Wrecked, the new game from Hell Legit Games that we were working on, and we were planning on doing a tournament for the Christmas holidays, but it turns out, Killinger, that scheduling a tournament around the Christmas holidays opens up a whole set of problems.
It's a bit of a pain, yeah.
Yeah. So that will be pushed to January for anybody who was keeping up with that. We'll be letting you know more. And we will be doing a very major build coming out in January for the game as well. In the meantime, probably for the holidays, what we're planning on doing is putting together a test build. Here's a shot on that one. He tests the goalie, but that one goes off the crossbar. And that's just been the story of the night for this Can't Score, Won't Score team. They've got to get something a little closer in, looking for the wraparound, and a little bit of stick work is going to keep this one away from him. Duckmeister on the move now. He's got Hess with him. He's going to go ahead and take the shot off the post. The rub of the post really helps there as Monty was in the net waiting to make the stop. But they will again keep possession of this. And now at center ice, we'll dump it down. But yes, we will be letting people know when all that's coming out. We'll be doing a test build. Hopefully our friends at Ura Gaming will be helping us put up a server. And we will...
we just gotta, we're going to be all set with them. Just a matter of working a few little last minute things out.
Okay, cool. And we've just been working on bugs and stuff, some of which we have fixed, which is good. Yes. Such as, I thought this one was very amusing. The new Unreal Engine version that we're using only worked if you turned Steam off.
Yeah, that was very funny. The game would not launch if you had Steam running.
If you had Steam running, yeah, of all things, right? Yeah, so rather than tell people, if you want to play a game, you got to turn off Steam, our chief scientist, Vormulac, has come up with a workaround. And so we are helping the folks at Epic fix their their engine, which is a fabulous engine, I must say. Unreal Engine does so much. If you're interested in making games, go get a copy of Unreal Engine. It is just fantastic. It does so much. I won't even understand all the shit it does, but it does it. But yeah, so having fixed that bug and a few others, but maybe not all of them, we're going to be running some tests on it, and we're going to be inviting the community to help us out with that. Sometimes, so if you are bored at the holidays and you want something to do, here's a shot and a save. And it must be said that even when we're talking about the accuracy there, Duckmeister, right on with that one, 2-0. But yeah, you can give a nod to K-Bomb as well. He's been making some good saves back there.
Very true.
For this redo the third team. When you're down a man, your goalkeeping is very important. Yeah, man. And he has been up to the task. But yeah, that also means that can't score, won't score has been kind of on their heels, and it does leave the net open a lot. And so it gives plenty of opportunities just like that one. And you leave guys like Duckmeister and Hess with an open net, they're going to do everything they can to get it in there. And so far they have. So can't score, won't score, although they are fighting hard. This is a very tenacious team, I must say, but they're going to have to do a lot, Killinger. They are down by 2 and watching their season tick away from them with as we near the 1 minute mark of the second period.
Well, I think, they're getting good opportunities on offense. They just haven't been able to make the shots. If they just make the shots, they're fine. I don't think they can do much better than they currently are as far as getting opportunities. It's just they haven't been able to follow through.
Yeah, they're playing very well as a team. Yes, that is true. But I don't know. Sometimes in hockey, it's just one of those sports you kind of get, snake bit. Sometimes you eat the bar and sometimes the bar eats you, and the bar is definitely eating can't score, won't score right now. They're trying to make up for it, though. Here's a shot off the crossbar. Oh, man, a beautiful shot. Thought that was going in. But no.
They had him dead to rights. That should have been.
Oh, my God. That's going to leave the net empty on the other side. K-Bomb from the goalie position.
And nobody Epic's already saying GG. He may be right.
Oh, my. Oh, man. Oh, that is just a heartbreaker.
It really is. I mean, because we've talked about how, can't score, won't score. As a team, they're doing a lot of things perfectly right.
Yes.
I think they're leaving their goal open a little more than they really, really should. But other than that, I think offensively, they're doing a lot of things right. Except they can't actually get the puck in the net.
Yeah, and you see the urgency in their play, but like we said, that's the kind of thing that makes you have to forego a little bit more of the defense than you normally would, even being a man up like they are. I mean, remember that Redo the Third is shorthanded and has been throughout this entire series. But yeah, they're having to leave themselves very vulnerable a lot of the time here, and that is really working in Redo the Third's favor. Trev Crow now doing the duties in the net. They may he thought maybe they might slip back into a more defensive, but they really can't afford to, can they, Killinger? 4:20 in the third, down by 3. They're going to have to keep trying to get that pressure going as they watch the season start to slip away from them here.
Yeah, it's just kind of sad because I mean they haven't really done a whole lot wrong, but they're getting punished for it anyway. That's just the nature of the game.
Yeah, and these are very good players. They're playing together well, but Redo the Third has just been opportunistic and capitalizing on everything they can here. And Trev Crow, luckily they did have somebody in the net there that time, and Trev Crow comes out to make that stop. So now back at the center ice line and back beyond into the zone. Monty will go ahead and launch one. K-Bomb, seeing that from distance, able to make the stop. And Hess will turn and burn here now, looking for Duckmeister. It is picked off. They've got a chance here, sending it in front across the crease. And nobody home to capitalize on that. So we're now at the 3-minute mark. And here is Hess again. He's very patient, just stopped, waited. And now he goes ahead and lifts one towards the net. It will go just shy. But they're hanging on to it. They're keeping possession. And so now it really becomes a possession game for Redo the third. All they've got to do is just play keep away. They got a 3-goal lead here.
Yeah.
And time is ticking down.
Yeah, why put up any risks? Just, grab the puck, skate in circles.
Yep. Turtle up on D.
Exactly.
Make them come to you. But here they go. Here's one from distance. He's looking for Duckmeister. He had it right there on his shoulder. It was like a long pass in football there. Almost has the Des Bryant catch, but not quite. So 2 minutes now. And we could be looking at the final 2 minutes of season 6 for the can't score, won't score team. They fought like warrior poets, but yeah, they're going to have to come up with something really big here in these final couple of minutes to make something happen.
Yeah.
And they are all in the zone right now, every one of them. And finally, not Hades will come out, and because he has to, because this does get dumped into their zone. He will chase it down. And yeah, Trev Crow now. And then another race to the puck. Another blocked pass. Again, Redo the third. They're just kind of all over the place, but they're there when they need to be. Here's a shot off the post again.
Oh.
Oh, it's just the story of the night for can't score, won't score. Oh,
they're going to watch this replay and they're going to hate the post. The post is just the
worst. They've got it back again, though. Shot just wide as K-Bomb takes a swipe at it. And so now 45 seconds left, and they're putting the pressure on. Here's another shot wide to the left.
At this point, you're just looking to score just for honor.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, almost the other way as one goes towards the empty net. And so now half a minute left. Hess will take it in the corner. And 20 seconds now. And it's looking very much like a win once again for Redo the third. And he'll take this into the empty net and finish it off. Duckmeister is second of the game. 4-0. And put it in stone. Redo the third will advance to the next round of the playoffs of HQML. A hard-fought battle. We use the cliche a lot that game was a lot closer than the score might indicate. But in this case, it is a cliche because it is very true. So GG's to can't score, won't score. Really enjoyed what they're doing, how they're playing, but really enjoyed the work of Redo the third as well, a clawless Redo the third. Manages to prevail, and yes, it was a good series. Duckmeister is correct.
So rooting for Team Fancy and Three-Pronger. If I'm correct. I see some fancies here, some fancy bench warmer.
Ooh, fancy bench warmer.
PK fancy, yeah.
Yes, Fancy V, of course, a prolific goal scorer. We'll see about Three-Pronger. Somebody may have to go retrieve them from their guild wars or whatever the hell they were doing.
I think Dial is in here.
Okay, well, Dial might say, I'm going to 1v4 you. Claude style.
Yes. For the playoffs, when you're the number 1 seed.
He says it's a 3v2, I think. Oh, man. Oh, well, they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable then. If Three-Pronger, that may be the only way that anybody's going to get past three-pronger. I mean, if you're going to try to take the crown from them, you want to get them while they've got two people on the ice in a playoff match. This could be a huge opportunity for Team Fancy. They better be getting hype right now, because this is like in Rocky IV when the Russian was cut.
Yeah.
This could be their chance. Not that I don't know. Even in a 4v4 with these two teams, I think it would be a damn good series.
I think it would be a good series as well. Yeah, I agree.
And also, as we just saw, having an extra player does not necessarily guarantee success in the HQML playoffs, no matter how strong your game is.
That's very true. We did just witness that.
Yep. And now we're about to witness our nightcap series. We're 2 tonight, and then next week we'll be back with 2 more series. And right now we're going to look at whoever they put out there. Yes, they're both out there. It's Sammy and Dial.
Yeah.
Against 3 guys from Team Fancy. And three-pronger in their traditional red. And, yeah, if you want to give us our lineups, man, we're about to get underway.
All right. Well, in blue for Team Fancy, we have PK, Fancy V, and Fancy Benchwarmer. In red for three-pronger, who doesn't even only has 2 prongs tonight, I guess, is Diloriax and Yimus, or Sammy backwards.
Huh. And Matty Ice
Matty
is joining. I don't know if that's really...
Yeah, that's questionable.
Yeah. Oh, no question there, as Dial gets across the line, shoots and scores, makes it 1-0. And, yeah, what did we just say about the shorthanded not necessarily being a disadvantage? Dial is essentially 1v3ing them here. A big save by PK there. Knocks it into orbit and back. And now they will chase this down. Dial's with him every step of the way here. And I'm not sure what he's doing with the stick there, but it certainly is like a warding him off with a hex or something. I don't know. And now Sammy and Dial coming out both here. They're on the big attack. And the shot just wide by Sammy there. And Dial will pick it up, though. And so, yeah, they're going to just try to play it along the sides and just keep that middle lane out of the question as much as they can. Here's a chance in front that just goes wide.
Perfect chance.
Oh. And already this is starting to look a lot like the other game, at least in the early part here. Here's Dial loose, though. On the break, it's going to be Dial versus PK. He's got the angle on him. Oh, and he gets it on the line. Somehow they keep it off. What a beautiful play as Fancy V came in to sweep it off the line.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And Dial just says LOL, all caps.
What else can you say, man? Yeah. That was just a textbook play there as PK cut off his angle. He still managed to get a shot on, and it just sat there on the line, and Big V there to knock it out of danger. Ship out of danger? And yes, it is. But now they will again go on the attack. PK is going to have to keep Dial away from it. Does. Now here is Fancy Benchwarmer. He'll send it back to Fancy V. The shot, the save made as Sammy there. Sammy definitely one of the best goalies in the league. He is. We talk a lot about the offense of three-pronger, and they've got a good backstop there as well. Now that is a big key to their success. And so he's going to have his hands full tonight, though. I have a feeling, as he is being called in on offense. Here's a chance. Oh, what a beautiful shot. Top shelf where Mama keeps the cookies. Fancy V ties it up. And, wow. So now we're at 1-1. And a 2v3 game is, again, providing a very entertaining matchup so far. But yeah, well, see what Dial does here as he's going to send it back to Sammy, I guess.
Sammy, yeah.
And they will just reload, and that's a drawn up play. They try to pull everybody back towards them, and then Dial starts on towards the net. PK coming out big, spinning, making the save. The shot comes in very wide. We'll near the 1 minute mark as Fancy Benchwarmer will take the puck. 4-team Fancy blocked. Dial, he's going to spin around, pick this back up. He's going to have a chance. He's got room here, and he's going to launch one. And again, the crazy angle, and Dial. Very, very nice. His second of the game, and puts him back in the lead again as we are at the 1 minute mark of the first period. And 3-pronger. Tonight they're 2-pronger, as you said, Killinger. But yes, they are in the lead, even with a man down, or 2 men down, technically. He's got another chance, and a big save there as PK. Oh, that was very nice as he manages to just knock it up in the air, land it back down on the stick in front. And so, but again, they've got it back. Dial gets it stolen from him, though. Here's a chance. They've got a 2-on-1 break. The shot off the post. Oh, what a save as Sammy reaches behind him. Makes a Lettinen-like save and keeps him off the board with that. And so we have seen some spectacular plays in the net on both sides here in this first period, but it is going to go to the second with the scoreline being 3-pronger 2, Team Fancy 1.
Yeah, I mean, 2v3 game has had it's a fair bit of offense for this. I mean, you're down almost an entire team worth of people between both these guys.
This is the kind of night, Killinger, that makes me wish I had a lot of cleavage so that hundreds of people would be watching this.
Yeah,
but no.
Yeah.
These guys deserve it.
Get Casey Tron in the hockey question mark.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of or that Tigris Sherry.
Maybe, yeah.
Becoming quite a fan. But yeah, so we will begin the second period. Here's a shot, catches him out. Chance now, and Fancy Benchwarmer will even things up as they took a good opportunity there as Sammy was kind of spun around the opposite direction. And they had that's where that extra guy comes into play. They're able to get the attack going and get the rebound and get the goals. So Team Fancy tying this thing up. And see, this is a good team. They will definitely be making use throughout this series of the fact that they've got. And, hello. What?
They're switching teams.
Oh.
Just decided to switch sides.
Okay.
So now 3-pronger is in blue and Team Fancy is in red. Same lineups, just different colors.
Wow, yeah, it was like that HBO show where everybody disappears in the rapture or something. And Dial.
K-Bomb says it's HQML's first Chinese fire drill.
Chinese fire drill, yes.
Yeah, everybody out of the server, back in. Different seat. Yeah.
And while we're confused, Dial certainly was not. He makes it 3-2.
Oh yeah, he was right there.
But we'll see if changing sides makes a difference. It really doesn't. But you know, at least it keeps us on our toes. Here's a possible chance. Chase down Sammy. Gets it over to Dial. He's going to have to reach behind him for this, but Fancy V there with a shot. He's going to pick up his own rebound and setting up in front, Fancy Benchwarmer. And now Dial just kind of hanging back there saying, yeah, fine, go ahead. And so they do. Fancy Benchwarmer will tie it up and Now they'll switch sides again. As they're switching sides after every goal. Okay.
God, that wouldn't be the least bit confusing at all.
No, not at all. But yeah, so we are about halfway through this first game, and so here's PK for Fancy. He's going to take this down. He's going to take it himself. The save made, though. And Fancy V
Getting the rebound.
will get the rebound and put it in. 4-3 now. Will they switch? God. Okay. Well, they're going to hang here for a while. Okay, that's good.
It was only a halftime thing. And since we're divided into 3 periods, there's no real halftime. So they just did it with like 3 minutes left in the second. All right, whatever.
That makes as much sense as any explanation I could offer, certainly. And now they are kind of back-checking their way into the zone. It will be stolen. Here's Dial. And he tries to make the spin move on him. What a shot! And there they go again. We're tied at 4.
Okay, so 3-pointers blue again. Team
yes,
and is red again.
Oh, all shenanigans aside, a very close game. As we say, you can't get much closer than a tie.
They're very practiced at that. They've got that down to an art. They're all in and out within 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah. Just showing you the versatility of the North American game. And this is something you don't see in Russia.
Fucking Harlem Trotters bullshit right here.
Yeah.
Harlem Globetrotters. Some kind of weird team generator.
Chance shot off the post! Oh, and that just rattled across the inside right over the line, but not over on the side they needed it to go. So it will be Fancy V taking this. He'll be looking to set up Fancy Benchwarmer in front. No, he's going to take this himself. He looks for the spin move, loses the puck. That's going to give Dial a chance. He breaks loose. He is loose on the breakaway. Across the line now, plenty of time, taking his time, going for the spin move himself. And he shows him how it's done.
And so
they tried it on one side.
They're switching teams every time it gets tied up, I think. So if Team Fantasy gets their 5th, expect another switch.
We're trying to break the Alan Turing Enigma code of what the fuck is causing people to switch here. Okay, but it is intermission. We'll go to the third period with, that is 3-pronger, yes, who is winning 5-4.
Yes. Because the scores get fucked up if you switch anytime when it's not tied.
Yeah. Yeah, really, this should be getting more views than League of Legends or any of that shit.
Oh, God.
But hopefully, many people will catch it on our YouTube channel. This will be up on there later. As I got asked twice this week, what is our YouTube channel? And it's not like I pimp it all the fucking time or anything. But yes, if you go to YouTube and type in IBN Casting, or nay, even type IBN Casting into Google, it is Killinger has determined via the scientific method that is one of the first fucking links that pops up when you search for it.
Granted, my Google results are biased.
They could be, yes. But needless to say, it is called video on demand. It means you can watch these games at any time, and so we hope that if you didn't catch them now, you'll catch them later. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep.
Just make sure it's on its way to the net, and then content with that, disappears into the cornfield. It's like James Earl Jones. Okay, so we're tied at 5.
3-prongers now in red, and Team Fancy's in blue. All right, let's repeat that to myself a couple times to make sure I get straight.
Yes, it's good to say it out loud. I find yes. Here's a shot, and it looked like he got a piece of that. It did PK. Either way, it goes over the net. And so now we'll go back to Dial, who's looking to switch it up over to the other side to Sammy. Shot, or pass blocked, I should say, and he's going to have to circle around. Just separates him from the puck with the body and leaves him open for, oh, what a, he stole it off the blade from behind. A beautiful defensive effort there. And wow. So thwarting the go-ahead goal. This is still in contention here in the neutral zone. And things are, strange things are afoot here at the Royale with Cheese Arena in beautiful downtown Chicago, Illinois, on the fastest internet backbone in the world.
I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
We barely do anyway, man. This is just...
is this still the first game of the series? This is still the first game of the series.
Yes, this is the first game of the series, yes. It is a best of 3. The first team to win 2 will advance to the playoffs. And what a beautiful pass and conversion. Sammy to Dial, 6-5. And that was just very nicely handled there by Dial. That's his position in the top player rankings is certainly earned, and you see why right there.
Indeed, yep. Be on the lookout for the next switch when Blue scores.
Yep, they've got an open net right now. He may try to launch this now, but Dial in the net.
Screwed up the spin move.
Sammy coming back to grab this. He was looking to pass it down. It's blocked. Fancy bench warmer sends it in. Fancy V is going to get the goal and tie it up at 6. And yep, you're right. You've figured out the code, man. There they go, switching up to the other sides.
All right, 3-prongers in blue.
Wonderful.
Team Fancy's in red. 3-prongers in blue.
Yes, for those of you scoring, if you're scoring at home or even if you're by yourself, you're witnessing history here of a sort.
Yeah, you didn't think this is, the for potential season title or this. It's not like it's a fucking playoff game or anything, right?
Right, it's not like there's $1 million prize on the line and everything. Sponsorships. Yeah.
Either one of these guys can bother having a full team, and then they're just like, hey, how can we fuck with everybody? I know, let's switch teams every time it's tied.
Yes, the chance to play in a giant stadium in Korea in front of 100,000 people. I mean, but yeah, it's a pretty relaxed attitude in spite of all the outside pressure coming in. 30 seconds now in this third period. The next goal is going to be the big one, and there it is, PK. Team Fancy will get the go-ahead goal. 25 seconds left.
It's all on Dial now.
It is indeed. And he's going to go ahead and shoot. What a save. Oh, he caught that one coming in. Oh, man.
That was a beautiful, right on target shot.
Yep, man, so the 3-pronger is going to have to hurry here. Dial and Sammy both down there. And he keeps it out, gets it away from him. And Team Fancy
pulls it off.
It's going to take game 1.
That was a beautiful shot. But that was just some fucking Jedi Master bullshit right there with that save. Just boom, done.
Yeah, wow, yeah. Just kind of looked over his shoulder and swatted it down.
Okay, looks like you're still... Oh, there's a...
Tall midget.
Yeah. Tell him to GTFO, and so he does.
Yeah. He says, is this HQML? Yes, it is HQML, my friend.
All right, so... Same lineups. I would say the same colors, but honestly, I don't remember how we started last time.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to say now that Team Fancy's in red, 3-prongers in blue.
Yep, wow. And I don't know, man. I know that 3-pronger the way the season worked out, they talking to Dial, they didn't play for like almost a month schedule wise, and so with the way the bye weeks were, with the way everything worked out, I don't know if that's going to make a difference here, but I don't
Oh
know, it
no,
would.
are they gonna
It'd
do
be a
what I
damn
think they're gonna
shame
do?
if they lose just tonight, just because of how everything.
Oh, they're just doing organized 1v1 shootouts or something. Oh.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, tall midget is out there. Yeah, they are doing shootouts. Okay.
Dial tried to do the spinorama and failed, but I thought they were going to do spin moves only, which would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Drop pass.
So here we go. He's going on the net. Oh, and he does not get it. It was Sammy. So now it will be the turn of Fancy Bench Warmer. Going at Dial. Makes a goal.
Mm.
Yes, we've been reduced to shootouts here. Is three pronger just
Does not
sure.
give a fuck.
Wow.
Truly.
I would have thought for sure that they would have been
season on the fucking shootout.
On a shootout.
Spin moves they can't
No spin
complete.
moves. You gotta go back and get that. He does. Beautiful.
We'll count it.
We will count it, and so will the scoreboard. I guess they're going first to 5. I don't know.
Hope we're not doing 3 periods and nothing but shootouts.
Yeah, just till time runs out. Yeah,
just keep going, man.
I don't think that would work. Here is PK.
Trying to figure out how the fuck this spin move thing works.
PS, he does the spin move, and he is stopped. Sammy will get him there. A little goalie pride. They're going to at least try there. So now it will be, I believe, Sammy's turn to go for his attempt, as he will be facing Fancy Benchwarmer and gets him. Ties it up.
All right.
Man, Killinger, I can't even. Okay.
All right.
So now it is Fancy V. He's going to take his crack at this, trying to get shot very wide. Very uncharacteristic of Fancy V. But now here comes Dial. On the move. Up against PK. He gets a beautiful spin move there. And extra points for Style. 3-2 now. He's like, what happened? He scored, man. That's what happened. Take full credit for it. And Fancy Benchwarmer now. Just slow and low. Tries to fool Dial in the net. But does not. So here comes Sammy. On the move across. Shoots and scores. And that will put three-pronger up by 2 by whatever barometer of scoring we are using here. I hesitate to say what will determine the win. So I'm sure I'll be wrong, but there's a big stop. And so now it will be time for Dial. We'll see if he goes for something crazy here again. Fancy Benchwarmer just comes out and says, no.
Cannot abide
Fancy
by
V
that.
now, once again. 2-4 your score. We've been reduced to shootouts here in this second game. For whatever reason. And his own teammate is in the net. Okay. All right. So I guess they're going to reload here again. And let Sammy come and try to take it. He does. He's juking, he's moving. He sneaks 1-5-hole. And what this means, I do not know. Okay, they made it to 5 goals.
They might just be doing it for one period, choosing 20 seconds.
Yeah, they could be. Fancy Benchwarmer is going to have one shot at it before, and he goes ahead and stuffs one home. Makes it 5-3. 15 seconds left on the clock, which just a purely arbitrary measure of time at this point, given the sudden change in the game style here. I think that's going to. I don't know if it does it or not. I don't know what the fuck we've just witnessed. We saw some great shootouts. So
yeah, a couple of spin moves.
So 3-pronger in the lead.
Probably. And looks like now we're gonna play. All right, so 3-prongers.
I don't know, man.
Now is in blue. And Doll's gonna just keep going in circles. He's gonna take my advice to heart and give a 3-goal lead or 2-goal lead in this case.
Yes, we've been stunned into silence here by what we've witnessed so far. These 2 juggernauts of HQML, 3-pronger, Team Fancy. Here's a shot, save made Sammy.
We got what season was that? Season 4, where I think it was in the playoffs or the finals. Two teams just spent the entire first period just fighting each other.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It was just massive headbutts.
It was we have a long and storied tradition of shenanigans in HQML.
Yes, just a whole period of Glasgow kisses. Here's another shot, long distance, Sammy, right there to make the save. And yeah, maybe they just did one period of shootouts and then see how the rest of it plays. I do not know. But here is a shot. It is stopped by PK. He will follow his own stop into the corner here and leave it for Fancy Benchwarmer. We'll look to Fancy V in the middle. It is taken away from him. We'll gather it back up here. And just playing the avoidance game, going ahead and sending one from distance, and Sammy content to stop those all day long. I mean, you give him just the time and the no screenage in front of him. He's able to see the shot all the way in. He's going to make those every time. And again.
Yeah, nice. Just ice level. Even middle of the road speed shot. Yeah.
Well, shit, man. The rules of this period might be you can only shoot it from your own zone or something. I don't know. We are like casters are just like mushrooms. They keep us in the dark and feed us bullshit.
I like that. It's so true.
Oh, but like we said, big money, big prizes on the line here. As this is Division 1. This is the top level.
This is the top level of North American play, arguably, right here. And we're devolved down to 3v2 and we have shootouts the first period. Oh god.
Rules beyond the kin of mere mortals going on into Dial, a shot beyond the kin of mere mortals, as he gets a lot on that, and it just drops perfectly right into that left top corner of the net. Beautiful. And so the scoreline says 6-3. I guess that's what it is, Killinger.
Yeah, we're gonna go with it.
Yeah, we're just gonna play this as straight as we can.
And so, I mean, there are people out there who maybe take Hockey Question Mark a little too seriously, who say that HQML is just a joke. Well,
No, it is a deadly serious joke, I
this
must
is,
tell you.
I would say that HQML is not necessarily a joke, but it does know how to have a good time,
Yes.
unlike some other leagues.
Yeah. Yeah. We won't mention any names. Yeah. HQML is joke to you? HQML not
Yes,
weak.
HQML is strong.
Oh, man. Yeah, good times. Good times on a Friday night.
Yep.
It is at center ice. Shot from distance, Dial! His fourth of the game. 7-3 your scoreline. And this is, no matter how we got to this scoreline, this does look a little more like a three-pronger type of game as far as the scoreboard would indicate.
Yeah, though.
Big save, Sammy. Rebound in front. Chance again. Blocked in the act of shooting. 18 seconds now. Fancy bench warmer. Will he take this himself? He's going to try to use the boards. Dial there. Fancy V with it. He's going to use the boards to work his way around, and he's just going to sit with this at the point. 4 seconds left. He probably should shoot. And he does. He loaded and fired to make that one on net, but not quite. Right at the end of the second period, so we'll go to the third. Who knows what awaits us here?
We shall see. That's it. Just we shall see.
Yeah, they may be sumoing for it now. I don't know.
Elect your champions, and yeah. It looks like we're going to play this one out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before the game, they were talking about having, why don't we just have two parallel 1v1 games going on, which, apart from the mechanics of trying to get that casted.
Everybody's going to fight everybody for the puck. It would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Plus, how do you keep score? Anyway.
Aggregate goals, man.
Eh.
It makes just as much sense as anything we've seen so far.
But then it might as well just be a fucking 2v2 where... Oh, yeah.
Well, but yeah, the Team Fancy with the one-man advantage, yeah, I don't know. If it were any other team other than three-pronger, you might be sportsmanlike and say, yeah, we'll just play two to make it. But, you know, you got to take your opportunities when you can versus a team as tough as three-pronger. Looked like somebody joined and left. Okay. I don't know anymore, man.
Yeah, it's all beyond me.
Everything was so normal up to now, and now it is...
Anything but,
yeah, 3 minutes left, though, in the third period, 7-3, with a lead by three-pronger, mostly gained off of first period marked by being nothing but shootouts. But nevertheless, that is the score. And here's a save by Sammy. And in the hands of a lesser goalie, that might have been dragged across the line, but he is able to keep that out of the net. And so it will be Team Fancies now to play. And again, he's just going to shoot one from distance. Oh, that almost went in, though, as Sammy, I don't want to say mishandled it because, you know, he did, again, manage to keep it out. He may just be making it look harder than it really is. I don't know. Dial says, I can't hit this puck.
Oh, I've seen him hit it several times.
Yeah, I have too. And Fancy Benchwarmer striking from distance. Sammy did get a chunk of that.
Maybe if he tried shooting it, you know, somewhere beyond the other blue line.
Uh-huh.
That might help.
Yeah, that they might just be
at least getting into the neutral zone.
Long shots only. Yeah, Dial's stick is broke. You got to drop it, man. That's a penalty if you don't drop your stick if you know it's broken. Of course, yeah, Cryptic Sea has not implemented dropping a broken stick yet. Look at that shot. Oh, man. His fifth of this game. And so it looks like I don't want to speculate too much, Killinger, but I think that what the upshot of all this is that we are tied 1-1 if this scoreline holds. Mm-hmm. And so the next game, however the hell it's played, will determine who advances in the playoffs between Three Prong and Team Fancy, which is really what we were all trying to accomplish in the first place. So by any means necessary, I suppose. And any means necessary is being utilized currently. There's PK stopping this one. And then just leaving it. Hello? What? Okay. Fancy bench warmer going the length of the ice for it. And so now 30 seconds left. Here comes Fancy bench warmer. Are we back to shootouts? I don't know. He's got a 1v1 here. He's got a 2v1. He goes for the spin that just flings it wildly into the boards. And now nobody in the net. Okay. Okay. All right. And he stops it here. 10 seconds now. And the save made after all that.
After all that bullshit, we just ended on link no. Denied. What the fuck is going on, guys?
Oh, man. Yes. Yeah, this should totally have Casey Tron-like viewership. It certainly should. Are you not entertained? Are the four of you not entertained? I know I am. Confused? Yes. Entertained? Yes.
Yes. You could eat popcorn to this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all right, we're going to same lineups.
Yeah, we'll see how this one plays out.
In blue.
I suspect this will be, a little more traditional, like we were expecting. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
All right, well, here we go. The suspense is killing me. I'm sure it is you out there in the viewership as well. As we go to this deciding game between Team Fancy and Three Pronger, the winner of this, such as it is, will advance in HQML's Season 6 Division 1 playoffs. And yes, it looks more like a hockey game of sorts than it did. So here we go. There is Dial with it now, and he being the sole forward for his team, Sammy back in the net, who will be quick to jump out on this as Fancy Benchwarmer comes in. It got away from Fancy Benchwarmer a little bit there. And now Sammy will come out high to play this. And he uses the boards to feed it to Dial, who was kind of doing some figure skating there. Yeah, the shot's going to go through, though. Fancy V catches him in mid-pirouette. Makes it 1-0. So Team Fancy with the lead. The season on the line here, believe it or not. And here is Dial on the move. He gets across the line, shoots. What a save there, PK. As he stops this, shovels it over to Fancy V, and he's just going to watch it be taken away by Dial, who is going to get another chance in front at Fancy V, and he goes left side and shoots and scores. Ties it up at 1, 3:27 now in the first period. Fancy Benchwarmer blames Quacky Face.
That seems about as fair as anything else I've seen.
I'm not sure who our who Fancy Benchwarmer usually is. Fancy V with his second. And Fancy Benchwarmer with the assist. 2-1 now. Team Fancy back with the lead. Still, in spite of everything, it will be funny if Team Fancy advances after all this. Not that it was, just set in stone that Three-Pronger was going to win, but they're certainly the favorites going into these playoffs. I think everybody kind of agrees on that. They did miss a few weeks. What a save, Sammy. They might have lost a step in having a few weeks off, and certainly they're hindered a bit by not having their full squad. Usually you got Matt and Dial up front just wreaking havoc on everyone, and the absence of Dial, or having Matt to feed the puck to, as well as make offensive plays on his own, is certainly heavy on their minds. And puck not heavy at all. It is bouncing wildly right now, and they're going to try to chase this down. Dial will get to it. Sammy on the move. Puck up and spinning, and the net wide open, and it will go into the corner. Fancy Benchwarmer there to take it. Sammy now back in the net. He's going to use the boards to try to pass it to himself here. And so there goes Sammy now, and they're going to battle along the boards. Puck dislodged. Fancy Benchwarmer with it again. He will send this all the way through the corners and down. And here comes PK to take that. Sends a hard pass to Fancy V, and it gets past him. But he's got Fancy Benchwarmer looking in the Three-Pronger zone. And again, he will use that board trick to try to get something going in front, whether to himself or someone else. And again. And sent out. All the way down. PK making the save. And again, PK, just like Sammy, one of the best goalies in the league. Those long shots like that, especially traveling along the ground, they're going to make quick work of him. Sammy with a big save there. My goodness. 36 seconds now in the first period left. 2-1, the lead, as we are in a 1-1 tie. This game determines who goes into the playoffs. And Dial
ties her up
in the slot with the backhander. Mr. Mustard in the conservatory with a candlestick. 2-2 is the score. 20 seconds left in the first period. But here's Fancy Benchwarmer. Chance, shoot, scores! 3-2. The quick answer. And, wow, we've still got time to get another one in before the intermission, possibly. 9 seconds now. The scoring coming hot and heavy here at the end of the period. 3 seconds now. The puck gets away from everybody. And yes, so it will stay 3-2 as we go into our first intermission of this game 3.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. HQML, you never know what to expect. Which is why we cast this league and not the others.
Yeah, well, and schedule is also a thing too. I mean, for all the reasons that people say Friday is difficult for them, Friday is a lot easier for us because, we can always just say, hey, we know we're casting on Friday. We know we're going to be here. Yeah.
Yep.
Sundays, tough for me. Wednesdays, I do radio every other week. And any league that has 3 nights a week of play is going to be difficult for any game. Or, even 2 nights a week is tough. Busy schedule.
Point, you'd pretty much have to have a dedicated team of probably at least 5 or 6 people who are also part of the league playing on those nights, doing your casting.
Well, that's why we have HQMN, the Hockey Question Mark Network. Those guys do a great job of coverage of most of the other leagues. So, yes, definitely check them out. Check that out. Fancy
Hess is
V.
joined and now told to do GTFO, so he does. Yep.
Wow, not to diminish that one. He's just hip checks his way in, and the no-look backhander from Fancy V. So, and Fancy Bench Warmer is 5-2. So all of a sudden they're opening up a big lead here. Could this be three-pronger being eliminated from the playoffs?
This is what it's looking like.
Well, if any team can turn things around, given this situation, even with only two players on the ice, it's these guys. Because one of those players is Deloriax, and he is certainly a goal scorer and a playmaker.
Yes.
And he's got Sammy there as well, who's been a stalwart in the net. He's been, they got a few past him there. But now you're seeing him a little bit more involved in the offense. So we are still in the second period. Plenty of time left in this game, but Team Fancy striking early and often. And that one's striking the post and going way back.
Yeah, that was a nice baseline drive right there.
Yeah. The shot just shy of the left side of the net. And it's Fancy Bench Warmer. We'll send it up to Fancy V at this faceoff circle. Blocked. Dial. That was on its way. Does a good job of interfering with the puck going in. And so Sammy now will try to switch direction and find Dial. He does. Stops, waits, gets around the defensive player. He's got two on him now. Shoots. And hits the side of the net. He's going to spin, pick this back up. And again, just using the entire rink as an extra player. And there was Slugger. He came in and then left. And here's a shot. How did that not go in? Oh, my.
Man. The rub of the post has been brutal tonight.
Yes, it has in both of these series. But it works in the favor of three-pronger, and now Dial is going to work his way through a bunch of people, shoot and score. His third of the game, and a beauty from long distance. He had a couple of guys draped on him. But now off the draw, Team Fancy will get it, and the spin drop, and oh, man, that is Fancy. So a little razzle-dazzle from Fancy V to Fancy Bench Warmer. That makes it 6-3. And they will get it off the draw again. They're doing pretty good on these face-offs. And when you're a man up, that's a good thing to do. Sammy!
Get out there. Get the fuck away.
Oh, man.
No, and Fancy now has a fourth player. So this is looking looking poor for three-pronger.
Okay, so they're going 4v2 here. Okay.
Yeah, they're not fucking around at the end of the last game here.
Okay, I figured even with the extra people, they might just keep it at the one-person advantage. But really, technically, there's no reason within the rules that they have to do that.
They don't have to. And, I mean, if you're in the playoffs and you want to win, which I'm assuming you do because you're for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then,
21 seconds now. Puck on its way. He just tries to shove it with the tip of the blade in, but it does not go. 10 seconds now. Whirling, spinning, shooting. Oh, he got just enough of that to stop him. And that will end the second period. So a deep hole to have to dig out of for three-pronger, as not only are they down by 3, but the one-man advantage that Team Fancy had now increases to a two-man advantage. So a very interesting third period on the way, folks. Thanks for staying with us throughout all the uncertainty and fear and doubt. as we finish things off tonight. I
don't know
think.
about fear, but definitely some uncertainty and some doubt.
Yeah, maybe a little fear, Killinger.
A little fear. Okay, yeah, fair
Not
enough.
from us. We ain't scared of nothing. Why should we be? Nobody's watching who gives a shit. But thanks to all those of you who are watching and do give a shit, because this is big time stuff. It has been all night. You got to say, we put on an entertainment product here that is entertaining, and it is due to the players, the level of play, and the the fun that they have. It's infectious. So thank you, HQMN. I think that might be Super Hot Glue. I think he's one of the main guys that makes that happen. We appreciate him.
For sure.
And yes, to everybody who who's either catching this now or on the YouTube, which people do watch these things on the YouTube. That does make me happy.
Yeah, it does, actually. That's, yeah, for sure.
I wish more people did, only to showcase not for our own personal accolades or anything, but just to really highlight the strength of what these players do and just how good they are and how fun this is, how fun this game is, how open that net is, and how wide that shot was. My goodness. It was just that net is there waiting for him to finish it off. That would have put him up 7-3. But, oh, man, he's going to be thinking about that one for a while. Here's Fancy Benchwarmer. Over to Fancy V. Again, the empty net. And they will spin backwards, not get this, and Sammy will get it down to Dial. And I don't know if he saw that pass coming in time. It gets past him. And that will give PK a chance to move this around. Fancy Benchwarmer now. At center ice, a few sticks hit this thing on the way to the corner. Fancy V picks it up, and he will use the boards to get it to Fancy Benchwarmer now. And a nice little pickpocket move there by Dial. And time's running out on these guys. I can't believe it. Three-pronger might be eliminated from the playoffs in 2 minutes. Or maybe not. They're not done. Here's Dial in front. Shoot, score! 6-4. His fourth of the game. Sammy's second assist of the game. And they've got 2 minutes to score at least 2 goals against this team that is double their personnel out here. They're a very solid Team Fancy. They have been all season. So this is not going to be easy, even by the standards of the current HQML champions, three-pronger. But they're going to give it a good shot here. Sammy now getting it to Dial, switching it up. Now at the red line, center ice, moving in, taking the shot, and this one's going to go over the net. He's going to have to chase this all the way back. There was nobody on the defensive side there. Sammy pushing up, time running out, 1:21 left. They need 2 here. And they will begin from their own net. Here is Dial. Stolen. Chance. Blues. Breaks through. Fancy V. It's a race, and he's going to win it and make it 7-4. Could that be the one that does it? Oh, man. And Team Fancy on the verge of shocking the world here. They get it off the draw and get another one in quickly, and Fancy Benchwarmer.
That killed it right there.
I think that may do it for a three-pronger season.
There was a small chance they made up a 2-goal deficit in a minute and a half, but not a 4-goal deficit.
I don't know, man. They might just be trying to lead us into a false sense of security here, because Sammy just scored. And now Fancy Benchwarmer has joined their team. Ha! I was never really on your side. Ha ha. And here's a shot off the post, rebound in front. It's going to get to it. Spin move shot. And a rebound, another shot. But no. A flurry of activity in front of the net does not go for three-pronger. 20 seconds now, moving back the other way. They still they stopped the shot there that was coming in from Team Fancy. They've got 13 seconds left. Dial now. Sammy, Fancy bench warmer in front, plugging up the slot there, and he's going to shoot. And the rebound swept away off the line, and that's going to do it. And Team Fancy shocks the world with a big, big win over the champions. We will have new champions in HQML Season 6. Wow.
Yeah. I don't even know.
I don't even know either, Killinger, but I do know that whatever we saw tonight, it was a motherfucking spectacle. And certainly nothing to be ashamed of from any of these teams. The losers tonight acquitted themselves very well, I think. But wow, it is kind of sad to see that. Yeah, as Super says, the attendance issues were kind of the only thing to bring the beast down, and that's very true. A full strength three-pronger up against a full-strength Team Fancy, I don't know that it would have played out quite the same way tonight. Well, it certainly wouldn't have come down to shootouts and all the weird, crazy shit that we saw in the course of that series. But GG's to three-pronger. They're definitely some of the best players in the league, voted by the players. I mean, a lot of those guys are at the very top of that poll, and the statistics show it. But that is going to do it for their season. Team Fancy will advance, as does Redo the Third with a big win over Can't Score, Won't Score, who fought as hard as we've seen anybody fight here on Friday Night Hockey, Killinger, but it just was not to be for them. So we'll be back next week to bring you more playoff action. I can't remember what the matchups are for that because I'm terrible, and I'm just going to blame the events of tonight as affecting my short-term memory or something. But I know that the Knights of Jerusalem made it, and so they will be playing. So we'll get to see. They're always they're quickly becoming a fan favorite, very entertaining team.
Yeah, Van Dijk just pointed out that both one-win teams are going to the finals.
Wow.
The bottom seeds are going to the finals.
So
hey,
yes,
that's
right.
Why they play the games.
Yes, these were the underdogs. These were the underdogs that won tonight, through whatever the circumstances may be. That's just how the cow ate the corn, and that's I don't know. I can't really do it justice with words. They should have sent a poet, Killinger. Wow.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to watch all this later if you didn't catch all of it tonight. You will certainly want to relive this again and again. Some of the players may not want to relive it. Some of them will just be hoping that this night is forgotten about in history. But it won't be, because it will be right there on YouTube. If you go to IBN Casting, just go to YouTube, type in IBN Casting. Or if you're lazy, just go to Google, type in IBN Casting. Or just think IBN Casting thoughts in your fucking mind, if that's too much. I don't know. You can find it there. You can find all these games there. And
before too long, that might be enough.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we're really heading towards that. Yes. And also you can catch us on Twitter at IBN Casting. And and check out our friends at the DGL.org. We'll be having more stuff going up there about #Rect as well as Hockey Question Mark. I owe them an article. I've been doing weekly articles there. It's time to know. And so, but I'll be informing everybody what's going on with #Rect. We're going to be finding out a little more about that over the weekend and letting you know. But as for now, I can tell you that tournament moved to January, along with a better build, test build coming out probably in the next few days for testing purposes, and warts and all, be forewarned. It is a alpha, And so anybody getting in on that will be helping us with the process of testing these things. But a lot of the things that make a game tournament viable will be in it. Stuff like being able to reset and ready up and shit like that. We're working on all that. So lots on the plate before we head into the holidays. Next week, of course, right here on Friday Night Hockey, the HQML playoffs will continue. And follow us at Dr. Is Sin and Winners with the One on Twitter. And, of course, virtual caster Ayla. She'll be back at some point, I'm sure. And I think she's doing radio this weekend, I heard.
Yeah.
You can follow her at IBN Ayla. And so, wow, final thoughts, Killinger?
Man, that's... Like I said, HQML's more the beer and pretzels league, and I think we definitely proved it tonight. But that said, it was still some high-level play we saw, especially in the first series. That was one of the best series I think I've probably ever seen. So, yeah, definitely no complaints. That's the thing about Friday Night Hockey is you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it's like a box of chocolates, and it's certainly been fun for us. And yes, there's certainly no shame in being the Beer and Pretzels League, because I think that's the kind of league that will keep going long after we were here to start with, and we'll be here when the dust settles. I mean, that's just how it goes. And because video games, we say it often, and people are shocked when we say it out loud, but they're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be fun. Yeah. Any of these critics that you see saying we need to take the fun out of the video games, fuck them. Okay? Just straight fuck them. It's supposed to be fun. So for everybody that had fun tonight, we certainly did bring you this. We'll be looking forward to seeing what the next round of playoffs brings us as well. So from all of us here, Dr. Killinger and myself, I am Winners with the One. And here at the Independent Broadcast Network, so much is going on as we lead into the end of the year, and so much more to come in 2015. So thank you to everybody who supports us. We love you and appreciate you more than you could know. We hope you will continue to subscribe and follow and all that stuff. And we will keep doing this whether we have 1 million followers and subscribers or not. We appreciate every single one of you that does already or that will in the future. Tell your friends, wake the neighbors, get them in on it too. And we will see you next time. And oh my God. Good night, everybody. Good night.